I'm so excited to be here. Like, I've been wanting to do this for a very long time and I'm so excited. So here's to my first YouTube videos. Whoop whoop. I'm excited to start this channel and talk with everyone and get to know people, and hopefully, people learn who I am, and in the process, I even do, learn a little bit more about myself. Today, I am going to be doing a random question generator. I'm a little nervous because I'm like, oh my God, what are these questions gonna be, right? And I'm gonna be 100% honest. So can't lie. And I'm gonna try and come up with like the very first thing that really touches my heart. And here we go. Okay, so a first question. Do you think you were ever part of a popular crowd? No. I think that I was basically the outcast. I had two friends in high school, honestly, and one of them was my childhood best friend. So like, it's not that I didn't step out. It's more the fact that I didn't want to. Not that people didn't want me to be a part of them. I mean, maybe they didn't, and I just caught the hint, and that's why I didn't want to be around them. I don't know, but I've always been really weird, very outspoken, and I don't necessarily know if people really like me or if they just tolerate me. So yeah. Okay, question 2. So, what's the last goal you set for yourself that you accomplished? I would say, I guess doing this YouTube. I set this goal a while back, but I didn't really have the time management. I didn't have the tools to get it started. And I really didn't have the right mindset either. So pushing through my limiting beliefs and starting this YouTube channel was definitely the last one that I accomplished, and I'm accomplishing it right now. What was the best thing you learned in the past year? So I think I'm actually gonna do a video on this, but I think in 2021, the number one thing that I learned was really just not thinking short term. Thinking short term really is just like when you make a choice in the moment. I want to stop that. I want to get away from that. And I think what I really want to do is just go ahead and capitalize on thinking of a long-term vision. So what do I really want and my why? And I think I'm going to make a video on that. So that's a really good question. 4. What would someone who doesn't know you well be most surprised about? I would definitely say that on social media, I portray myself as this super confident, like, go-getter woman, and I'm not. Some days I just crawl up, and it's often I struggle with it bad. Also, a lot of my confidence comes from deep down insecurities. This is me being very vulnerable, but definitely I'm not as confident as I seem. It's almost a facade sometimes. I have a lot of insecurities. So I think someone would be surprised about that. 5. What destination is at the top of your list to visit? Oh, that's so hard. I want to go everywhere. Definitely, I want to go to Oregon. I really want to see the trees. I feel like I would fall in love with it. We just visited Colorado over the summer, and we went all 4 corners of the state, and I just fell in love. So Oregon, to see the mountains. This year, all time, oof, that's a hard one. Oh, this is so rotten. This is so rotten. But I'm not gonna lie. I have the perfect answer for this. So number 6, if you had the opportunity to look through someone's email without them knowing, would you? Yes. And I know who, actually, like right off of the top of my head, I know whose email I want to dig through. And I'm about to say this out loud, and she will probably never trust me ever. But I definitely want to go through my broker's email, Amanda. I just feel like, not that she wouldn't trust me to go through it, because I don't think she has anything to hide, but I would love to see her correspondence with people. She is so direct. She's just like, this is it, this is how I want it, and I want you to get it done right now. And I would love to see how other people's take on it, because you really have to take it with a grain of salt sometimes and understand that, like, it's not personal. You have to take your feelings out of it and understand she wants the best for you. But I could see someone really being so catty with her, and her just laughing like, you know, grow. You need to grow. And that's what I'm trying to help you with. So I would love to see her emails, just to see her correspondence. 4, 5, 6. Are we at 6? 7. 6. No. So number 6. So number 6 says, what is the strangest way you met one of your friends? I'm gonna call out Hannah Allen right now. So I met Hannah Walk-Ons, which is a sports bar / restaurant here that's just so popular. Everyone loves it. Opened up in my little bitty small town. It was like the first thing we've ever had that was that big. And I, of course, applied to bartend, got it, and we did a whole week orientation. And that's when I met Hannah, who also was bartending. And it was so weird, and not in a bad way, more like in a weird, I don't know, it was just weird that we each had this like vibe, right? That like we would look at each other and we were kind of too shy to say anything to each other, but at the same time, like we knew, okay, we're vibing. And then finally, when we did speak, we kind of just looked at each other and were like, I knew you were my girl. And I was like, yeah, I knew you were my girl. And now, I mean, that was, I don't know, 3, 4 years ago, and I couldn't live without Hannah. So, I miscounted. Okay, switch, because, I don't know. So I don't know how to count, but, what's the strangest way you met one of your friends was number, 7. And I said 6, sorry. But, number 8. What do you know how to do that's useless? I can't believe I'm about to do this on camera. Okay, so I know how to touch my tongue to my nose. Yes, yes. And I'm gonna show you, but I can't believe. And that's all you get. That's all you get. What was the most recent interesting conversation you had? Woo. Most interesting recent conversation I've had has to definitely be yesterday. I had a great business planning seminar with my brokerage, and we all were kind of vulnerable. So I would say it was like a group conversation. We were all very vulnerable, and we shared, you know, what are our limiting beliefs and what do we want to accomplish. And then we kind of all grouped together as accountability partners, and we set schedules, and we told each other, okay, we're going to meet and we're going to make sure that we're doing things. And that was so interesting, because I have been with this brokerage since the brokerage was a brokerage, and there's other people who have been beside me, and number one, I know of a couple of them that have never opened up that much in public, much less to other people. And number two, I loved seeing their stories. I mean, and hearing, how they felt. And it also very much so humbled me, because I'm over here, whining and crying about, oh, I just want to be liked and I want people to like me. And there's, someone, and I'm going to put him on the spot. I don't know if he would mind it, but there's someone on the other side of the room saying, like, I'm on the kidney transplant list. And I'm whining because I don't have friends. So it was just very humbling, and it was very interesting to learn things about people in my life. Number 10, and I think this is the greatest question, and I'm so glad it was saved for last because this is so me. What's your definition of success? Has it changed over time? My definition of success is not within myself. I often feel most successful when I am helping others. So whether that be me sharing my knowledge, whether that be me literally doing physical labor, whether that be me, monetary value, I feel best and I feel most successful when I can give. If I have things to give, I feel very accomplished. Do I think that's changed over time? I do, in some aspects. So I think that I have more to give, and so it becomes even more important to me, the more knowledge that I have and the more that I can share. But I don't necessarily think it's changed, from my passion and drive to help others. I think that that's pretty much been me since I was a kid. I just never put my finger on it and defined it and understood what it was until this year. But it's always been, what's my reason, what's my definition of success is being able to help others. So that's 10 random questions with Lizzy.